Trying out a new setup here. I'm just getting the mic and the second camera set up, so give me a few minutes here. I realize I also need to put an ND filter on this camera, but we'll know for next time. Hey everybody. Sorry, just gonna need a few more minutes to set up this second camera and the microphone. This was a little bit more challenging of a setup than I thought, but I like it. All right, I see this. We're cutting in and out here. Hold on, let me. One second. Difficulties. All right. Yeah. Chords. There we go. Much better. All right. Nope. It keeps flying out. I don't know. All right, let's test the audio. All right, we got audio here working. Okay, there we go. This is better. And this camera is like so bright. And hold on. All right, we're gonna have to adjust this camera because that looks like really bright, right? Let me hold on. Let me change that. Okay. Man, maybe this wasn't the best idea switching it up here. It's so bright. but we got to make it work. This is the rooftop, by the way, and it's not as white as it seems in the screen, but we're gonna have to make it work because I didn't bring an ND filter and I don't want to go down to the studio to get it and change it. We've already started pretty late here already. The sun will go down soon and it'll be less bright and it'll be less of an issue. Let me move over in the middle a little bit. And then hopefully I cool off and stop sweating so much. Let's see if this second camera works. Okay, at least that's kind of working. I don't know why it's cutting in and out. I thought it was the cord, but it doesn't seem to be. But hopefully the sunset will be okay. Wow, we got maybe it's maybe an hour or so till it comes down, but we'll see how it goes. I'm okay. Just wanted to catch up. How are you all doing? It's been a while, I know. A lot going on for me, at least these last few weeks, and it continues to get busier and busier as we close out this year. But I just want to take the opportunity to catch up and hopefully do another live stream on Christmas. Might as well be the last one of the year for me, and spend some time together on Sunday. Probably do our usual setup and not go through this rigmarole that we're going through right now. And it is very, very hot. I'm like sweating through my shirt. It's crazy. But anyway, where's everybody chiming in from? And also, thank you for your patience. It looks so white. It's crazy. I'm gonna try and make adjustments because it does look a little bit weird. And I'm sorry. I don't know why this thing keeps cutting in and out. The only thing I can think of is let me change the port. Maybe that'll do it. Let's see. Okay, maybe that was it. Okay, there we go. We got something going. All right, let's get to the comments. Man, that wasn't it. Hello, Wendy. Thanks for chiming in. Donna in very snowy Ottawa. I hope this little sunset that we have going on here helps out a little bit and makes it a little bit warmer over there. Sherry Young says, happy winter solstice. Yeah, I hear it's going to be getting like super, super freezing. Or if it isn't already. And the Northeast in particular. I think all over, but I was looking at the Northeast and it looks like it's getting very, very ridiculously cold. Rachel, good to see you. Yeah, that's okay. You can sneak peek from your office. It's okay in my book. Hello, welcome. Tracy Luck, hello. Evelyn Manda, good to see you. Nadine in cold Alabama. How cold is it in Alabama? I feel like it's a little bit colder up in the New York Northeast way. Stanley Franklin says, where have you been throughout? You were missed. Hey, Throppers. Yes, I miss you all too. Honestly, I miss doing this. And I'll get into that and when we start getting into the catch-up section, so to speak. Chris, Strong Island in the room. Good to see you. Good to see you, Justin. Hope you are well. Say hello to your son for me when you have a chance. K Natural, hello. And Stanley Franklin is chiming in from New York. So I'm just checking the audio levels, and it seems to be going pretty well. So catching up, I'm going to try to make an adjustment with the camera so I can actually like look at the camera while I speak. And let me see if I can do that right now quickly. Okay, we're going to have to live with it at this point. Gonna have to make it work. Oh, there we go. I got a little bit better. But this is our rooftop here. This is what would I say? We don't really utilize this space. We used to use it for our New Year's Eve party. And if I could swing the cameras around in a second, I will show you. So this used to be for our New Year's Eve party, and we did a few weddings up here, and we're gonna be making this into a really cool space. Not next year, but the following year. But it's in the big plan, and it has a very awesome view of all of Negril. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm in focus. It doesn't look like it, but let me show you from. I'm gonna adjust the camera so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Hopefully we don't get cut off here. You won't be able to hear me, but you'll get the idea. All right, you get the idea of what the roof looks like. And yeah, we're going to be creating a pretty cool space up here and going to be utilizing it more. And we have a lot of renovation projects going on. That's what I kind of want to talk about. On Sunday, we upgraded our lobby. Recently, we've been working on it, but like we finally got like the furniture and everything like that, and it got installed this week. And it is, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, back to definitely super out of focus, but give you guys back that view. It should be a nice sunset. At least that's what it's looking like at this point. So as far as a quick catch up and what I've been up to. So I forget what. Sorry, I got a phone call. We're using my phone for Wi-Fi, so if we get cut off, that's why. All right, there we go. Sorry, keep getting phone calls. Talking about Reggae Marathon. Wasn't my best marathon. I ran the New York City Marathon a month before that, and my legs just weren't recovered from that, and didn't have the best race on Reggae Marathon. But it was a super, very well organized event. It hasn't happened in 2 years since COVID. The last one was 2019, 2020. Yeah. I guess 3 years technically. Since 2019. And it was like they didn't miss a beat. They didn't skip a beat coming back this year. So kudos to the organizers and the Negro community, because it is like a super, super collaborative effort between the Reggae Marathon organizers and the Negro community, specifically the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association. And they had great leadership, and it's like it takes a lot of logistical work with working with the hotels. I know this, and I could speak to this because I was the chapter chairman for the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, the Grill chapter, for 2 years. And whoever is the chapter chairperson takes on the brunt of the responsibility of organizing this event, at least from the Negro standpoint. And that takes a lot of rooms being given up for complimentary from all the hotels, which the Negro community very much does support this event. And a lot of the rooms are given by many small hotels, large hotels, like the entire Negro community, really. And then, of course, there is the pasta party, and it is deemed the world's best pasta party. And that was the evening before the Sunday Reggae Marathon. And I've heard from many runners who ran races from all over the world that this is indeed the best pasta party that they've ever been to. And the reason is because of the contributions that the hotels make. And at the pasta party, which is hosted at Couples Swept Away, there are different pasta booths and pasta stations that are hosted by different hotels that commit their team members. They commit different ingredients, and the pasta itself is donated. I'm sorry, I should know the name of the company that donates this pasta, but every year they donate it to Reggae Marathon. So throughout the year, of course, us as hoteliers and restaurateurs, we want to support this company because they donate all the pasta. And there's entertainment, and that's where all the runners come in the night before, and they carb up for the marathon the next day. And like I said, extremely successful event, extremely successful pasta party. And the runners from all over the world really appreciate the effort put in to make that pasta party a successful annual event. And as far as the race goes, I think there was, if I'm not mistaken, 27. Is it 1,700 or 2,700 participants? I should know this, right? But it was very. I think it was 1,700, to be honest. I think it was 1,700 participants, but it was a very well sought after marathon. There was a former Olympian who joined. He ran the half marathon and he won it. Of course, the lion's share of participants are Jamaicans. The biggest, so it's 3 races. So there's the 10K, there's the half marathon, and then there is the full marathon. And the 10K is the most populated, and then followed by the half marathon, and then of course the marathon, which is what I did. And like I said, it wasn't my best race. It could have gone better, but I ran New York City a month before, and I definitely wasn't fully healed, and I've been having this ankle issue. My ankle is totally fine, but it's just my left ankle is weaker than my right ankle, and because of that, I can't really control how my body compensates for that. And so what happens is, like, my right leg is overcompensating for my left leg because my left ankle is weaker. And because of that, late in the race, I had severe, it wasn't even cramping, it was just severe muscle ache in my right quad, which it made it very, very difficult for me to run on and to run my normal speed. It wasn't a very fast race. I think the winner ran like a 2-hour and 53-minute marathon or something like that, and I ran a 2-hour and 55-minute marathon, which is very far off my personal best. And kudos to the 2 guys that came in before me. I came in 3rd overall, which was cool. But just more fuel for training for next year, and to get after it next year again. But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to more racing in 2023. What else we got going on? Sorry, I thought it was less bright than that. We have, I was in New York over the weekend. I went from Wednesday to Sunday. That's why I didn't stream this week. And then, of course, we had the final live stream of After Happily Ever After, which was a season finale on Wednesday. So I was in New York for that, which was cool. And I met up with one of my castmates, and we hung out at his place and did a watch party. And that was a lot of fun. It got taken down actually by YouTube because I guess it just picked up too much of the show. So unfortunately, if you didn't join the live stream on Wednesday, you won't be able to rewatch it. I didn't mean to stream the show, but I guess that happens. The sound, audio, whatever picked up, and it got taken down. But it was a lot of fun, and as I said on Wednesday's live stream, like thank you all for joining that interesting journey that I was on being on a reality TV show. It was a ton of fun, and I'm like so happy that I was able to share the experience with you all, and so happy that you all were able to join me on that journey and coming to the watch parties. And I know this is we may not be the exact target audience for that show, but it was just awesome to have everybody support and to come to those parties, to those live stream parties. So no more of those, no more of the Wednesday live stream. We're going to get into our regular stream program. Hopefully, more than likely, we're gonna have to start back on our regular streaming program next year. I want to continue to build out the twice a week live stream. Like that's my plan. I want to do our Sundays and even add more elements to that. The Sunday live stream, start bringing on guests on a regular basis for the Sunday live stream, and turn it into an awesome production. That's like one of my main goals. And then we're gonna go back to the Thursday live stream. Both of those are going to start next year because I have a trip coming up next week. I'm going to South Africa for a couple of weeks for a gig, which I'm very excited for. I've never been to Africa before, so this is going to be my first trip to Africa. So the next couple of weeks you won't be doing any live streams, so that would be so Sunday will be the last live stream of the year. And of course, I'll bring this up again as more people come in on Sunday and bring them up to date with what's happening, and making sure everybody knows that the channel is definitely still active. These live streams I really, really enjoy, but haven't been able to do them because it's just been so busy for me, doing all this traveling and then also preparing for my South Africa trip next year and next week, I should say, not even next year, my South Africa trip next week, and just trying to line myself up for that. And I'm going to be doing videography and also documenting the trip as well. I don't know if I could live stream from there. If I have an opportunity, I absolutely will. If it makes sense with the time difference, I will do that as well. I would love to, I would love to share that trip. I'm gonna definitely be throwing stuff up for channel members and Patreon members. Like I'm gonna be posting on there as much as I possibly can, and if I can do a live stream from there, I will definitely make that happen. It's a very tight itinerary. There's just a lot. It's jam packed, the itinerary that we have there. So if I can do it, I absolutely will, and I will let everybody know, and I'll post about it in the comment section and community section, excuse me. And like I said, channel members and Patreon members, I will document and post as much as I humanly can about that trip as we go along. And as you know, if you're like, it's easier for me to post there because it's not these highly produced videos that I'm putting out on there, but I just want to keep everybody up to date. So that's kind of what's been going on in my world, and that's kind of really held me back from live streaming on a regular calendar day. Just preparing for this trip, and stuff with the show, which the show wasn't that demanding, but definitely travel. And I didn't even do anything in New York. Like honestly, I just slept. I was just so tired, I guess, from Reggae Marathon and everything like that. I just slept, like, I feel like not for like 2 days straight, but I didn't feel like I did much. But it is very nice to be back live streaming again. And like I said, we'll get another one in on Sunday, and I'll do my best to do a live stream at some point during my South Africa trip. All right, I'm gonna adjust the camera, see if we get some more light going in there. 1 second. It's a little blown out, but I feel like it'll get better. All right, let's go to the comments here. Natalie Holmes says, hello, good afternoon. Watching from Houston, Texas, where it's 55 degrees feels nice, but I'd rather be there. I know what you mean. That's really good running weather. 55 degrees is like perfect. Joy Turner says, hey, from cold Toronto. Hello. I know it's freezing there. Rachel says, awesome. Yeah, awesome. I'm looking forward to that trip, Rachel. And Yvonne says, hello, all, or hi, all. Hi, Yvonne. And now the Om says, oh, nice. Assuming this referring to the Africa trip. All right. I think we got some articles here. We do. All right. All right. Yeah, let's do a quick let's go let's go through some articles here. All right, this one's on Reggae Marathon. Let's see what's saying here. Let me throw it in the if you want to read along, but I'm going to read it for you, of course. And Kay says, you back? I am back. I am back for a little while. Making some moves next week, though. All right, this article says Reggae Marathon to benefit Negril, says organizers. We note the feedback from concerned onlooker of the recent Reggae Marathon, Half Marathon, and 10K event held in Negril, as published in the Gleaner December 12, 2022. We therefore feel compelled to advise that prior to the race day, December 4th, meetings were held in Negril, organizing team and detailed 3-page road closure advisory sent during the week in advance of the event to all stakeholders, including businesses and hotels in the area. The document included a schedule of designated shuttle times and locations. However, it appears that the information was not shared with all affected workers traveling to and from Negril on race day. The Reggae Marathon race route is a double loop on Norman Manley Boulevard from the Negril roundabout to Salt Creek Bridge, located just beyond the Club Rio Long Bay Country Club. On each annual race day, the road from Negril roundabout to Salt Creek Bridge is closed between 4 a.m. and 11:15 a.m. However, systems are put in place to ensure runner safety and scheduled shuttle bus movement along the road. Our aim as event organizers is not to cause any undue dislocation of the economic activities in Negril, but provide an opportunity for the community to benefit from the staging. It is therefore our hope that going forward, more members of the Negril community will join us in working together to ensure a smooth execution of the event with the least inconveniences to all. I didn't know that was an issue. It seems like, just from reading the article, that people didn't know that Reggae Marathon was happening, and maybe some people were inconvenienced, which is, which is possible, but also hard to believe. Of course, this is an annual event that I would say the majority of Negril very, very much looks forward to. And as the title of the article states, Reggae Marathon to benefit Negril, and it very much does benefit Negril. You couldn't get a hotel room here, and the hotels were completely packed out. And I'm not just saying from our perspective here at Travelers, it was many, many other hoteliers that I spoke to. I think the local organizing committee here did as much as they could in terms of getting the word out about the event and getting the word out about the road closures that happened, and all, I would say, if not all, 90% of all hotels in the Grill were aware of this and made their staff aware of this as well. And this is something that is expected by the community. So it's interesting to see that people, at least the article is alluding to, that people were inconvenienced are unaware that Reggae Marathon was taking place and that there were road closures in place. But again, I think the organizing committee on all sides did a good job of getting the word out. And I'm not saying it's impossible that people didn't know about it. We even had the town cry go around the Grill and making announcements so that, if you didn't see the multiple display signboards throughout the Negro community, that hopefully you heard about it. And I know there were digital postings as well. But at the end of the day, it's a great benefit for the Negro community. This is something that I know I look forward to. Obviously, I'm completely biased being a runner, but the fact that we have the #1 marathon in Jamaica here in our hometown, we want to do everything that we can possible to support it. And I know a lot of people who came internationally. I forget how many countries were represented, but quite a few from all over the world. People from all over the world came and represented their countries. The gentleman who won the half marathon was from South America, and the woman who won the full marathon was from the UK. Rose, she actually won a couple of years ago. The guy who came in second place in the male full marathon was from the UK as well. So it is without a doubt an international marathon. It's an international event. I think it's a great thing for Jamaica. It's an even better thing, more fantastic thing, I should say, for Negril. And of course, we want to do, in my opinion, we want to do whatever we can to continue to support this event and see that it continues to be successful and help grow it in any way that we can, because these are the type, we want to get the word out. These are the type of people that we want to come to our shores, and that we want to come support our businesses. And hopefully they don't just come in December, they come back, and they come back next year to try to win, right? So I think it's a fantastic event, and I think the organizers did a wonderful job. All right, let's go to the next article. All right, we'll stay in the Grill. All right, this is not meant to be an advertisement for any particular hotel, but as you know, like anytime I see any signs of development or investment, I wanna bring that to the forefront. All right, so I just threw that. Let me see if I can adjust the camera one more time. 1 second. All right, it'll get better as the sun gets lower in the sky. Rachel's Adventures says, "Oh, how I miss that view. Come on back. The view's waiting for you." All right, let's hop into it. This article says Sandals adds new suites, villas to beaches, Negril, and Halcone Beach. I don't know what's Halcone Beach. I guess we're about to find out. All right, Sandals Resorts International this week unveiled some major enhancements to two of its Caribbean resorts, Beaches Negril and Sandals Halcone Beach in St. Lucia. Okay, that's why I've never heard of it, because I don't really know much about St. Lucia. All the additions are expected to be done In time for the spring travel season, new accommodations at both resorts are available for reservations beginning December 12th for travel starting April 6, 2023. Our guest experience drives everything we do, and these new suites are emblematic of our unrelenting move across the brands as we challenge ourselves to reimagine every facet of the business, said Adam Stewart, executive chairman of Sandals Resorts International. We wanted to go beyond traditional luxury, and these new suites are stunners. It's about design and amenities that make connecting with each other more comfortable and more fulfilling. Beaches Negril. Sandals is adding a total of 12 new Butler suites to Jamaica's Beaches Negril property, bringing its total room count to 197. Six of the 12 are all new Fire Sky Reserve villas, which are located on the beach at the resort's northern end. The 3,700 square foot villas, that's pretty big, each include four bedrooms across 3 stories, accommodating up to 10 guests, making them some of the most expansive across the Santos portfolio of resorts. They also include separate kitchens and living rooms, private oceanfront plunge pools, and rooftop decks and dining terraces. The other six are event-tied penthouse collection suites, which are located at the opposite end of the resort's coastline and range from 3 to 6 bedrooms, accommodating up to 18 people each. Those rooms include separate kitchens and living rooms, expansive balconies, walkout terraces, and more. At the same time, Sandoz is also adding a new building that will house Camp Sesame, which is designed around Sandals' new partnership with Sesame Workshop. Okay, and they talk about St. Lucia, but we're not here for that. No disrespect, St. Lucia, but we're gonna keep it moving here. So, like as I mentioned, as I was alluding to before, like anytime I see like major investments coming into Jamaica, and that is a major investment, I see them working on it. Like when I run on the beach, and then also when I run on the road, I just kind of always wondering, hey, what are they doing there at beaches? And I think this is awesome. It just shows me, obviously, Santa's is an incredibly innovative company and always being on the forefront of hospitality and design, as the article is alluding to. But when I see a company like that that's putting so much into their property that's already doing well and they're adding rooms, that tells me there's confidence and they are bullish about Jamaica and they're bullish about their company. They're bullish about hospitality, and that to me, that's another sign. That's another piece of evidence. That's a data point to show me that they see something in the market, and a lot is going on with the global economy. There is talks of a really bad recession next year and everything like that in 2023. But still, people continue to invest in Jamaica. Companies continue to invest in Jamaica. Companies like Sandoz continue to expand their room portfolio, expand their portfolio. Even as they talk about in St. Lucia, that's also another great sign. This is a Jamaican company, but they're very global with their properties and with their company. I'm excited. I'm excited to see these things, and I also relate it to kind of what we're doing here at Travelers. I don't know if you could hear, hopefully not, but there are jackhammers going on in the background because they're doing renovations here at the hotel, and that also made me think of another thing. They're doing renovations to the hotel, so we as a hotel group, and me and my brothers as partners, we're confident in Jamaica. We're confident in our property and our company, and we see a lot of opportunity here. And there are many hotels that have been small hotels that we can shift the conversation in that direction. But there are many small hotels here in Negril that they continue to upgrade and improve their properties by adding rooms. I know Skylark added rooms. Who else did? I know Shirella did a renovation. Boardwalk did a renovation as well. Treehouse did a renovation. They added like a pickleball court, and they're always staying on top of their game over there. I can't think of, and I'm just thinking of properties that I know of that did things to their property to upgrade this year. And although we're competitors for sure, no doubt, but we are, at the end of the day, we're all in this together. And as I always say, a rising tide lifts all ships. And to me, as we continue to elevate our individual properties, we are uplifting Negril, specifically and particularly from a small hotels perspective, because the majority of properties in Negril is small hotels. I believe for sure we have the most small hotels per capita in Jamaica. I don't, that may also be true for the Caribbean. And that just goes to show you the concentration of that type of accommodation here in Negril. And that really is what, in many ways, what defines Negril and makes Negril Negril. And so with that, you are like, again, even though we are in competition with each other, but if we're all trying to raise our hotels to a higher standard, and I don't know, and I can't speak to the goals of each individual property, but the fact that they also have confidence in their property and they also have confidence in the market to reinvest and to make their property better and to be more competitive, because we're not just competing with each other, but we're competing globally. We're competing as Jamaica, and we want Jamaica to be one of the most sought after destinations possible. We want Negril to be one of the most sought after destinations possible. We have one of the top 10 beaches in the entire world. One of the top 10 beaches in the entire world is like, I'm right here sitting on it. We're right here looking at it and watching the sunset together. One of the top 10 beaches in the entire world. We want to match that with our service. We want to match that with our accommodations. We want to match that with the experience in total of people who are visiting our shores for the first time, people who come back every year, and absolutely for the people who live here. And I think back to COVID times, everybody in Jamaica was doing staycations. Everybody was coming to Negril, getting away from the busy city and the hustle and bustle of Kingston and being in their apartments and not having room to move around or not having a 7-mile beach to walk up and down and breathe fresh air and hopefully not catch COVID. But that was the competitive advantage that we had and we continue to have. And so in my mind's eye, like, we want to exploit that as much as possible. And to me, it's like matching that top 10 beach in the world, that rating and having that title, that means a lot. And it's not something that we should take for granted. And I think as we continue as hoteliers, as we continue as entrepreneurs and business owners here in Negril to elevate our game, to bring better service, to bring better products to the market table, that's, again, how we're able to, for the tides to rise. One thing that came up as I was talking about and reading the Sandals article, if you'll notice, those are villas. Those are villas, and I don't know if this is their thinking, but I think it's extremely smart on their part, because yes, we are hopefully outside or beyond the worst parts of COVID, and we've gone over the hump and we've passed the climax of it. But at the end of the day, COVID is here to stay. And I look at the focus of villas and, the mindset of people of being so COVID focused is that you kind of want to stay within your group. At least that's how some people think, right? And so a villa allows you to do that. I know in New York, there were, I don't know what you call them, but like they were like COVID hubs, right? So you just stayed with your group of people that you knew that were very careful and wore their mask and when the time came, they had their vaccines, etc. And you trusted those people. So you hung out with those people, and families of families hung out with those people. Many of them vacationed together. Many of them, and when I say vacation, they went to rent a house. Say if you were in New York, maybe they went to the Poconos or they went to rent a villa upstate or whatever it was. And they kind of hung out together. And I think that has been happening a lot, especially during the pandemic. And I know villa owners and people who manage villas, that was their market, because nobody wanted to just go to a standard hotel and just be in the proximity of strangers that we didn't know, and you didn't know if they were taking this seriously, and people didn't want to get sick and pass it on to their parents, etc., etc. So anyway, Again, I don't know if that's their thinking, but at the end of the day, I do think it's a very, very smart move on their part. And even in our design of the new renovations here at Travelers, like we're very much thinking of that and have that in the back of our mind that we are in a post-COVID world and things aren't the way that they used to be. And so again, many of the design elements of our renovations are keeping that in mind. I won't go into that too much, but that's the way we're thinking. I'm going to adjust the camera real quick. All right. I should adjust my camera. I think let me turn this up a little bit. Oh boy, sweating right through my shirt. All right, let's get to some comments here. Hey, Donna McKenzie. Thanks for joining in. Shayna, what's up? Good to see you. Feels like forever, right? Shayna Love Coaching says, please share some of that sun to ATL. It's freezing here. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Donna Bryce says, I saw pictures of your new lobby. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Synthwave Pro, good to see you, man. Thanks for chiming in. Chris Charles says restaurants built pods, igloos for safe group gathering. That's right. That's right. And they still have them in Brooklyn. You know, they have a lot. They have a lot of those still. That's a great point, Chris. And people continue to restaurants and entrepreneurs continue to maintain that because people still take this thing very seriously, as they should. As they should. I know my aunt does. You know, she takes it extremely seriously, and still she's in New York and still wears her mask everywhere and social distancing and all that. So we got to respect that. COVID is like it's not over, as we all know. Like this thing is here to stay, and it's just something that we're living with. And you know, it's flu season as well. So, of course, we want to protect ourselves. And, of course, I will say focus on our immunity, getting good rest, eating healthy. All that stuff is extremely important. And that's what's going to, well, hopefully help keep you healthy. Kathy Hayes says, blessings, Throp and chat, watching from Baltimore. Thanks for chiming in, Kathy. Mark McCarthy says, a majestic view. A good day to one and all. Thank you. I like this view. I like being up here because it's like a little away. The view from that way is good. We got to see if we can get those trees cut by our neighbors. That would make this a much more spectacular view. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. But it is pretty nice up here. I like it a lot, and it's starting to cool down as the sun is going down. So we're going to do something up here. I'm not sure if you were in the chat earlier, Mark. We were just talking about renovations happening here at Travelers, and this is one of the spaces that we're going to be renovating, but not next year. That's a little down the line. We're doing a bunch of other stuff first, so that's to come. But it's a beautiful space, beautiful space up here. Kita says, "Peace drop, dope view, blessings." Thank you. Glad you like the view. Donna Bryce says cases are rising. Canada might do mask mandates. Yeah, I heard the same. I heard the same about maybe not California. I think it was LA. Maybe it is California. They were thinking about doing the same thing. I haven't been keeping up with it, to be honest. I haven't seen. Yeah, I guess I should be keeping up with this. I haven't seen it. Seen how Jamaica is doing. I haven't heard anything, you know, on these chats or these forums or anything like that. But what I'm gonna do is this is totally different subject, but I'm going to try to show you guys the upgrades as we're talking about it. One sec here. All right. Okay, let's see if I could share my screen real quick and we can show you some of these upgrades. Oh no, we don't have all the upgrades. Hold on. Guess I got one picture. That's better than nothing, right? All right, here we go. Oh no, they're actually. I feel like Capital of Casual had them up. Why we don't have them up on our own own website, I don't know. Don't ask me. Oh, for those that aren't on Capital of Casual, it's a really great website, I should say, Facebook group to join to kind of keep up with what's happening, mainly in the grill for sure, but they do post a lot about what's happening around Jamaica. All right, here we go. All right, we'll do a video here. I thought I could get some pictures. All right, let's share the screen. All right, where are we? Here we go. Share screen. Okay. I don't think you can hear sound, but you get an idea. I know I can't even hear sound. Hold on. Here, All right, definitely getting demonetized. All right. So that is the new lobby. If I can quickly find the pictures, or I'm going to be going over this again on Sunday in more detail and have my own media and content, but get a little sneak preview. I'm trying to scroll to see if I can find it, but sometimes in these groups, I don't know why it doesn't put it up in chronological order, but no sweat. Wait. Okay, I think I found it. Let's see. Oh, and it updated. All right, I think we got, hold on, it's taking a second here. Nope, not working. All right, might have to do without it. Oh, thank you for the comments on new lobby we got going on. Still a work in progress, but it's definitely coming along. Let's see. All right, let me try one more time to find this. Oh, I see what's happening here. I switched on to my profile here. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, here we go. Let's share my screen again. Add to stream. All right, so we can just kind of quickly go through it. Okay, so this is leading out to the garden area, and I really love these benches over here to the left. I don't know if you call them benches, table. Um, this is a great place to work. I worked there a couple of days ago. It's pretty nice, and you got to get a nice view of the garden. Here's a wider shot of the lobby. Like I said, we just got the chairs in last week. Of course, we kept the baby grand piano there on the right. I think the designer did a very, very awesome job. Those are the chairs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, let's hop over to the comments. Um, Shane Love Coaching says, "What a wonderful surprise and early Christmas gift for this YouTube live." You're welcome. Thank you for joining, Shayna. Appreciate it. Excuse me. Alison Hogg says, "Good evening from London, UK, and happy festive season to you and family. Hopefully, see you soon. We'll be in Jamaica in January." From Allison. Awesome. Nice to see you, Allison. Please say hello to the rest of the family. Mark McCarthy says, "Nice and simple. Great job, guys. Thank you." Andre Bro says, "Your library looks very nice compared to when I was there in October. Thank you very much." Not sure what that means. Not just kidding. Yeah, it is an upgrade. Thank you. Uh, Ketya says, "Nice. Looks cozy." Mark says, "True, bro. All spruce." Thank you. Thank you very much. Shana says, "Nice lobby. It's sleek, simple, and classy." Thank you. I can't wait to show you the bungalows. Like that's what I'm gonna really show on Sunday. You know, that's like they're still working on it. That's the I don't know. Again, I don't know if you can hear the jackhammering, but that's what they're doing now. Doing some touching up on there. Rachel says, "Wow, looks amazing." Thank you, Rachel. And Donna Bryce says, "Love the style of the lobby." Thank you very much. I like it too. It has a nice feel to it, especially like when you first walk in, and it's a good place just to kind of hang out. If you want to work, yeah, it's a great place to get some work done there as well. Keita says, "Did you go to the Burna Boy show?" I did not. That's like the next article that I have ready to go, talking about the Burna Boy concert. So that's a good segue. Let's bring that up. So if you don't know, Burna Boy performed on Sunday at the National Stadium. And if you don't know who Burna Boy is, he is a Nigerian international mega music star, I would say. Very, very popular. I like him. I think he's a great artist, great music. Probably, I would say one of the leading artists of 2022, would you say? My opinion. I would share the screen, but I don't want you to, like, to see the article. But why do that when you can watch the sunset instead, right? All right, I'll read. You guys watch the sunset. And this is from the Jamaica Observer, and it was written by Kadisha Perry and published yesterday. And the title of the article says Full House for Burna Boy. Words cannot describe how it feels to be on stage in front of you, Jamaica, were the remarks uttered by African giant Burna Boy as he hit the stage at the National Stadium in St. Andrew minutes after midnight on Monday. This feels like a homecoming. This feels like a long-lost brother coming to see his long-lost brothers and sisters. This is amazing, and I can't begin to thank each and every one of you for coming out. The Nigerian superstar continued, much to the delight of the thousands who traveled from near and far to see him in the Jamaican leg of his Love the Mini World Tour. His entrance was anticlimactic as there was no formal introduction due to the ongoing technical difficulties which peeved patrons throughout the evening. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. It was unclear why the sound was inconsistent, which angered the likes of dance hall artist Popcorn, who had stormed off stage during his set due to the issue before returning minutes later when it was temporarily remedied. Nonetheless, when the highly anticipated main act, Burna Boy, touched the stage, all cell phone lights were activated and deafening screams echoed through the stadium. Even though we had some technical difficulties, we're not going to pay that no mind, he said. For my hand, location, on the low, bank on it, ye and Jerusalem were just some of the singles rendered with the help of multiple backup singers and a backing band, which also comprised of several percussionists. The entertainer promised a night of unexpected treats, two of which were cameo performances with Serrani on Secrets and the headliner and Popcorn on Tony Ann Sing. According to Burna Boy, collaborating with Serrani was a childhood dream of his. When I was 16 or 15 or 14 or something like that, I used to be in London, and I'd go to the barbershop every time, and they'd be playing this song, Love You Girl, Do You Feel the Same? I don't want to play games. I knew I had to work with him one day. He said, referring to Serrani's 2008 classic, No Games. The cherry on top was Burna Boy's profession of love for Jamaica and the connection that his home country has with the island. Jamaica, man. Me and you have so much history, but you don't even know. Here tonight to jog your memory and make you understand that as you see me, I come from the far place, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. But I'm still Jamaican and you're all Nigerian. So it's only right I'm here tonight. And I feel so blessed and honored, he expressed sincerely. His almost 2-hour set concluded with the crowd favorite Last. Earlier in the evening, songstress Lil Ike delivered a soulful performance, admitting that it was her first time performing for such a large crowd in Jamaica. The Manchester native spoke of her beginnings while she brought Protege out and stated, when I had nothing, this man believed in me and said, Lila, you have power. Oh gosh, I'm at the National Stadium. Mommy, can you see me now? Lila Ike added while basking in the moment. The highlight of Popcorn's set was when he invited Miss World 2019, Tony Ann Singh, to join him to perform next to me. The two embraced each other with the unruly boss planting a kiss on the cheek of his rumored boo and declaring, "Me love you." He also invited reggae legend Barris Hammond to bless the audience with the single God is Love. Despite the hiccups, the content scored a perfect marks in the eyes of some patrons. Burna Boy is out of this world. I'm glad I made the sacrifice to be here, said accounting clerk Sherry Jones. Banker Mark Wright also told the Observer that the show exceeded his expectations. Everybody did so well. Poppy, Lila, of course, Burna Boy did what they had to do. It was exceptional, he said. And then there's a bunch of pictures. Looks like it was a fun time. Burna Boy concert Sunday. Missed it. But next time. Kita says, "Oh, next time, yes. Burna Boy's last album is fire." Kita says, and he has to do a show in the Grill next. I don't know if the Grill can hold. I don't know how many people were at the National Stadium, but it looked like thousands upon thousands. But I think it would have been, it would be awesome to have him here. Inga Baby chiming in from Orlando. Hello, nice to see you. Good to have you here. Andrew Blick says, "Good night, everyone. Burna Boy was fire. I thought Lila was also great." Oh man, you went, Andrew. Good for you, man. I wish I could have joined. I wish I could have been there. But that was actually the day that I flew in from New York, and the airport was crazy. I do want to get into that as well. But that was a Burna Boy concert. Sounds like it was pretty awesome and historic in many ways. Let's see. I don't think I have any more articles at this point in time. Nope, I do not. But the next thing I want to talk about is the airport, and that place was crazy. That place was crazy on Sunday. I flew in, like I said, I flew in from New York on Sunday, and I think I landed. What time did I land? I think I landed around 1:00, about thereabouts, maybe a little bit earlier, 12:31, somewhere around that. And the airport was packed out, which obviously is great, amazing, fantastic, really, really awesome. We need it. We need the business. We need the people coming in, and it just showed me like the demand for Jamaica is just so crazy. Of course, this is Christmas week, this is New Year's, all of that piled into one. On top of that, plane tickets were out of this world. I'm not even going to tell you how much I paid for a one-way ticket down here. I could have gone to Europe and back easily and had some money left over. It was ridiculous how much I paid, but it just kind of goes to show you again how high the demand was. And I'm not like complaining because like I never traveled during this week or anything like that. Even talking to other people, drivers who go there all the time, the driver that picked me up, he said he's never ever seen the airport like this before, because the traffic to get into the airport was unprecedented. It was just crazy. Like when he picked me up, he's like, he's not coming to the airport. Do you know like the Montego Bay sign at the roundabout? Like that's where I walked. I took my suitcase and I walked all the way up to Montego Bay sign, and like through all that traffic, because it didn't make any sense for him to come in. It would have taken him forever to make it into the airport, go around, pass a departures, and then make it to arrivals, and then wait for me there. And I only had my book bag and a carry-on, so it was no big deal for me to do that. But that just goes to show you how crowded it is. I would also caution that, especially if you are if you're departing Jamaica during this week, leave an hour earlier than you normally leave from whatever part of the country that you may be going to Montego Bay Airport, to Sanchez International Airport, because people had to miss their flights. There's no doubt, because he even said, my driver, he's like, they're like tour buses trying to make it in, and it was just so unbelievably crazy. And he was saying when he first came in, there was no like police directing traffic, but I guess they heard how bad it was, and then later they came and started helping alleviate the pressure, because that roundabout by the airport, it was like a parking lot. It's like a parking lot. So caution, just especially if you're coming in soon, if you're coming in before the New Year's, just be patient in the airport. If you have your Jamaican passport, use it. If you have a Jamaican passport, use it. You don't have to wait in the line. So if you know the airport, when you are coming off your flight and you're going up the escalators, the only escalator that they have, and you have the kiosk, which you can use your passport and go through customs that way, and then you have the regular line to talk to a customs agent. You can go past as long as you have your Jamaican passport, you can go past both the kiosk line and the long line that everybody else is waiting in, and you skip all that, and then you go to the Jamaican line. And like, even when I was going through, people were like, "Why are you skipping line? How can you skip the line?" I was like, Jamaican passport. And of course, visitors don't know, and I look like the a-hole that's cutting the line and that's not what I was doing. Well, I was, but I was doing it legally, and that's my right as a Jamaican citizen to do that, to go to the Jamaica line. So huge life hack, and if you do that, you're going to cut down a tremendous time, because people, I just talked to a guest who came in yesterday, said it took him 2 hours to get through the airport, and that's probably what you're going to be looking at. You're probably going to be looking at 2 hours. So be patient. If you have a Jamaican passport, use it. If you're traveling with a friend who has a Jamaican passport, you might be able to go with them. I'm not sure if that's legal. I'm not sure if that's part of the rule, but find out, right? They can say no, and they could turn you back, which would be terrible because you have to go all the way to the back. But use your Jamaican passport to your advantage, especially during this time. On the positive side of that coin is that's fantastic. It's really, really awesome that the demand for Jamaica is so high. The demand for travel in general is so high. It wasn't so good for my pockets, coming in on Sunday, but the fact that so many people were at the airport and the parking lot was jam packed, cars coming to pick people up, cars coming to drop people off, et cetera. That's just anecdotally, just looking at that, like that's a real positive thing in my eye. And I hope it continues to be like that. And like throughout the winter season, we had a fairly strong summer season, a relatively strong fall, which is traditionally a very slow part of the year, but it was the best. It was, I want to say it was the best fall that we've had, and like I'm thinking of two specific months, September and October, which are the absolute worst months of the year when it comes to tourism and hospitality, and at least the hotel industry. And it was a strong, and again, keep it relative. I've been here and have ran this hotel where in September, like we've literally had one person, one room at Travelers. Those are like, that's post financial crisis, 2000, I believe that was fall 2008. But I remember those times, and I remember us having to literally shut down blocks of electricity and turning off the water so we can save every single cent we possibly could, because we just had no revenue, nobody was coming, and we weren't able to be competitive. So when I think back to times where we literally had one person in our bungalows and we had a full staff that we had to make payroll for, and I compare that to where we are now in September and October, where we're running this relatively high occupancy, man, blessings all around. This is an amazing time, and I can really, really appreciate it, like looking back at those other times where it was just really, really dark, I would say, at least for our business and for our family. Shayna Love Coaching says, you got the people in there feeling skipping the line. Jamaican passport privilege. That's right. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's your right. And while waiting in the line when you don't have to, and just go through. So make sure you use that to your advantage, because a lot of people don't know. And there were like a trail of other Jamaicans that were just following me, because I knew that I was like, I'm not waiting in this line. This is crazy. And then you have to go and wait on the not the customs line, the declaration line, and it's just like, man, that's another, because imagine like I had waited for the customs line to clear, and then you go to the declaration line and you have to wait again. There is no Jamaican passport line for that line. Gillette Maloney asks, what is the name of your bungalow? It's called so we're here at Travelers Beach Resort. That's my family's hotel. Just want to make sure everybody's on the same page with that. And the name, the bungalow, we're actually changing. I don't know the full name, but we're changing it to cottages. Those are the wooden. I'll see if I could change the camera angle so you could see it before we leave. But those are the wooden structures that we have, that my father started off the property with, and that is what we are focusing on our renovations on. And when we were like going through, when I say we, me and my brothers, we were going through like the thought process and ideation of what we're going to do with those bungalow structures, because it takes up a lot of land space and it's only one floor. And I'm looking at it, but you can't see it. When you look at our standard block and our superior block, they're 2 floors. So essentially, we could have doubled our inventory by knocking the bungalows down and putting up two story building and increasing our inventory. But we decided to pay homage to where this property started from and where my dad started, which was one of those bungalows that came on a truck from, I believe, Savlamar. And my dad was laughed at when he told people that he was going to start a hotel with this cabin. And so we didn't want to get rid of that history. We wanted that history to stay. And if you've been coming to Travelers a long time, if you've been coming to Travelers from the beginning, that is a staple part of this property. And we've been putting a high focus on those, and super, super, super proud of those. And you'll see on Sunday when I go through the pictures and videos of the bungalow upgrades, exactly what we've done, and super, super, super happy and super proud of them. Gillette asks, will renovations be done by May 2023? I'm coming to a wedding in the grill. Yes, they will be. We've gone through, there's 7 buildings. Hold on, let me count. How many? There's 7 buildings, but I think we've gone through 3 of those buildings. 7 buildings, 14 rooms. So we've gone through 6, so not quite halfway through, but we're rolling right through the season. We're not going to stop renovation. We're going to slow it down a little bit, but we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep pushing forward with it. And yes, they will be done by 2023. The bungalows, that is, not the renovation of the entire hotel. We're even doing all the rooms. And we have some big plans we're excited about with the property. Mark McCarthy says, keep the bungalow. It's an original look and shows where you come from. Yes, I think so. And I think it's a good reminder of where we come from, where you've come from. And 20 years, 30 years from now, hopefully my kids and my brother's kids, we don't have any yet, but hopefully they look back at it and we can tell stories of me and my brothers as kids all sleeping in the same bed in one of those bungalows when we used to come here in the summers. So that's where we're coming from, and we'll never forget that. And we're going to make sure that the next generation never forgets that either. All right. I think this is going to be a beautiful sunset. If I may say so myself, once we get past those clouds, I'm so sorry I do not have an ND filter. It would be so much prettier. But I could run down and get it, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it back in time. I could make it back in time, I'm sure, but I don't want to leave you all here hanging high and dry with just no sound and no music or nothing. So next time we'll make sure we have an ND filter, but I think this is gonna come out really nice anyway. Shana Love Coaching says, history in the making. That's right. All right. I don't think I have any more articles. Andrew Lake says, I agree to keep bungalows. It shows humility and progress. Thank you. Very well put, Andrew. Keita says, love the bungalow. It's definitely a throwback Jamaica vibe. That's right. That's right. I agree. I thought, as you said that, Keita, a thought that just came to me as well is kind of going back to the Sandals article and my interpretation of their strategy of focusing on groups of people with their villas. As the article said, like some of those villas can hold 10 people, some of them can hold up to 18 people. That is also, like, I'm seeing this particularly on the West End as well. And there are a lot of people who are foreigners who are coming to Jamaica. I don't know if they're moving here, but they're definitely investing here. They're buying land on the West End and they're building villas. That's becoming like a villa haven in a little in a small way. I'm just kind of getting an understanding of that, which I think is like very awesome. This is Deep West End. This is past the lighthouse. If you know, why don't we bring up the map? Oh man, I don't want to. I would bring up the map, but it's going to be a beautiful sunset. I'll just tee it up. I'll just tee it up for us here, and so I don't want you guys to miss that sunset. We got the horses trotting by, even though they are illegal. Don't ride the horses on the New Grove Beach. It's an illegal activity. Want to be clear about it, but that does look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but illegal. All right, teeing up our map here. I might need to move that camera over a little bit. I think I will. 1 second. Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a beauty. Yeah, it's a nice one today. I'm gonna see if I could turn the other one around. You guys keep watching that. I'm gonna make adjustment to the other camera. All right, I tried. Oh, that's way too high. Okay. All right, we're back. Matt says, "This is such a beautiful view. Thanks for sharing." Absolutely. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Joy Turner says, "Beautiful lobby. We'll visit when time permits. Looking forward to having you, Joy." Shayna says, "Stop spilling all the tea of JA hacks and info Jamaican passport riding horses on the beach. Just trying to keep you all informed. That's all." Mark McCarthy says, "Just looking at the view, put your mind at ease and rest after a busy day in the city. Thanks, Winthrop. You're very welcome. Thanks for joining." Greg Albright says, "Where is this at? I will run down and make peace signs for the camera." This is at Travelers. This is the southern part of the Negril Beach. What am I doing? Let me put myself back up there. Yeah, this is really nice. Kita says, "All good. Thanks for trying to show us serene sunset." You're welcome. How far is this down from Firefly? Firefly is, that's by Sandy Haven, Margaritaville area. I would say a little over a mile. Yeah, a little over a mile. Maybe a mile and a quarter. Oh, see, camera's working out. Look at that. We got a boat coming by. Craig says, "Okay, tomorrow. I won't make sunset tonight." Okay, cool. And we're live streaming on Sunday as well. I think at probably 12 o'clock. We'll do a 12 o'clock live stream on Sunday. Maybe 11:30. Everybody will know with ample time. I'm trying to see if I can set up the camera on the other side, if it makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. We'll just keep it at what it's at. Channel of Coaching says, "What are you looking forward to in 2023? Good question, Shayna. Good question. From a professional perspective, career standpoint, definitely looking forward to growing this channel, growing the team of Thought Media, which we're working very, very hard on. We've been doing interviews this week and last week, and I believe the week before. So we're interviewing for different positions, and it's been amazing. It's people have been coming from this Throp community and applying for the job of digital. Damn, Candice, help me out here. I think Candice is in the stream. The media administrator. That's the position that we're one of the positions that we're looking for, and some amazing candidates with very just stacked resumes, and also combine that with people who believe in the brand and believe in what we're doing here on this channel and in this community. And I don't have to explain anything because they know almost everything about this channel and about this community, which is amazing. So that gives me a lot of confidence for 2023. Looking to build out a team of editors as well, and bringing on some young creative people and giving them an opportunity within the company to not only help grow the company, but also help them grow personally and professionally as well. So very excited for that. And hopefully it's going to be, what would I say, life-changing year. That's the aim. That's the aim with running, looking to run some very fast times. I want to get my 5K time down really low. I don't know if I can break 15 minutes, but that would be amazing if I could. I'm definitely going to go under 15:30. That's a big goal of mine. And to run a very fast marathon, I'm going to get down into the 2 hours and 20 minutes. So looking forward to that. That's a huge part of 2023. And the first 6 months of the year, I think my head is going to be down, really focused on this channel, focused on growing the company, focused on growing the team, and staying super focused for the first half of 2023. And maybe I'll come up for air in June or something like that, and get a trip in, because I always think working hard is very important, and maintaining a strong work ethic. But it's important to, one, take breaks, and two, like, you get so much from traveling. I can't tell you. I'm sure many people in this community and this chat can appreciate that. So I don't know where I'm going to go. I know I'm starting the year off in South Africa, but I'd love to go somewhere else and do some sort of trip, because I always tap into my travel adventures in different countries and different cities that I've been to, like years and years down the road. So I know there is an investment there to be had. And I don't know where I'm going to be going in 2023 in the summer, but I'm going to do something. But that's what I'm looking forward to. And that includes spending more time, like those trips or whatever, wherever I go. It's like spending more time with friends and family. I think that's also important. And I don't want to kind of take that for granted and always think they're always going to be there and we're always going to have time for each other, because everybody's always moving on to new phases of their lives. And also life happens, right? Life happens. So I don't want to take them for granted. And if I can go see a friend, or if I can go see a family member that I haven't seen in a long time, I plan on doing that in 2023. Thank you for the question, Shayna. And Shayna Love Coaching says, how many marathons are you planning to run next year? I think I'm just going to do one. I want to really focus all my effort on one marathon late 2023. And I really want to go after it. I want to break 2 hours and 30 minutes and maybe even go lower than 2:20. That's a real goal of mine. I just hope I have the time. I hope my body can take the training. I hope I have the time to rest and recover, and then put my body through the rounds again. And Shane Coaching says, self-care is important. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Thank you for the question. Look at that beautiful sunset. It's pretty awesome today. Really awesome. Andrew Blake says, travel is a great resort, but if you had to choose 3 hotels and a grill, what would they be and why? As far as like my favorites hotels, I just want to get clarification on your question, Andrew. Julia for Justice, it was great meeting you last month. Great meeting you as well, Julia. Thank you for saying hello. That sunset is really beautiful. Thank you for saying hello. I really appreciate that, and thanks for stopping by. Greg says, in late January, I'm heading to Bahamas and down Western Caribbean on a sailboat with sailing latitudes. That's pretty awesome. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm not much of a sailor, but that's something that I would love to do at some point in time. Hey, what's up, Greg? But yeah, I would love to do that, and good for you. Sorry, I know I'm talking to you, Greg, here, but then also another Greg just showed up to take some pictures of the sunset here. Or whatever, I guess. So Andrew, I'm gonna take your question as like my three favorite hotels in Negril and why. Um, let's see. Good question. Good question. All right, first one that comes to the top of my head is Jackie's on the Reef for sure. And I choose them. I choose Jackie's because it's one of, if not the most relaxing place in Negril, relaxing resort in Negril. I was there hanging out last week, last Tuesday, I believe it was. Did some yoga there, got a massage, and just zenned out. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I like going there. And yeah, she's top, CPT top for me. I've never stayed there. I plan on staying there, maybe even just spending a couple of days there. Even though it's in Negril, it's very much, it feels like you're somewhere else because it's, I won't go far as saying like a different world, but it doesn't feel like you're in the grill. It feels like you're in another part, especially when you compare it to the beach. So I love spending time there. I also love spending time with Jackie because every time I sit down with her and have a conversation with her, you learn something. And she's extremely, extremely wise. And I enjoy hanging out at her place and hanging out with her in general. Another place that I would say that I would let me see if I get the question. You had to choose three hotels in the grill, and I'm choosing all small hotels, mind you. Oh, that's the caveat here. Um, Second to that, I'll say Rock House Skylark. I'll put that in there, and I'll say that for a few reasons. They have an amazing spa. They won Spa of the Year or Best Spa in the Caribbean a few years ago. Well deserved, in my opinion, and I think it's a huge attraction to the grill. And they have a great product on both properties. Both their spas are good, I should say. And then they have great food. They have great restaurants. They're one of my Miss Lily's at Skylark is probably go there multiple times per week for lunch with friends or my brothers, and that's kind of one of our favorite places to go. And then third reason why I choose them is they do tremendous work in the community. Excellent work in the community. They built libraries, they built schools. They have this major fundraiser every year in New York, specifically to help Jamaicans, specifically to help Negril. So kudos to them and all that they do for our community, and also bringing really great concepts and products to Negril that we can all be proud of. Third hotel that I would choose. Third hotel I would choose. Shirella Inn. That would be my third. And I do frequent. I haven't been there in a while, just because I've been busy. Because I usually go there for breakfast. That's a good breakfast spot on, especially on a Sunday. Really enjoy it there, and they have nice rooms, well kept property, and I enjoy their food. They have good dinner there too. What am I talking about? They have great dinner there too. Good date spot as well if you want to bring your significant other. They have a live band on Thursdays, I believe it is. And I believe they also built out there. I think I saw a picture. I don't think I've actually seen it with my own eyes. They built out like a stage area for their live performances. And on top of that, again, with Rockhouse, they do great work for the community. They're very committed. They're environmentally focused, not only as a property, but also in Miss Grizzle was one of the founding members of the Negro Chamber of Commerce, and that was really the foundation of that organization was being pushed because of environmental threats, if you will, to the Negro ecosystem. And so they do great work for the community, and that's another reason why. And again, they have a great product as well. All right, let's start wrapping up here. I got no lights, and there's no lights up here, so we can't really hang out for too much longer, I should say. So I'm just gonna wrap up these comments, and we'll begin the goodnight process. Julia for Justice says, next time I'm staying at Travelers when on the beach. LTU Garden was a nice stay last month on the cliffs. Awesome. Yeah, they have a good property too. LTU Garden. Actually, they have a good restaurant. I've actually never seen their rooms. I take that back. Not to say that I don't believe you, Julia, but I've never seen their rooms. But they have, it's a good LTU's known for being a frequented expat bar and restaurant. Joy Turner says, 2 weeks ago, I was there and I'm so happy that I was able to use my Jamaican passport. 12 planes landed almost simultaneously. It was a zoo. Yeah, that's what it felt like on Sunday for me. Like every plane came in at the same time. I don't know what they can do about spreading that out, but it was madness. I feel your pain and I'm happy you were able to use your passport, Jamaican passport, that is. Rachel says the sunset is absolutely gorgeous. I think so too. It was amazing. And Julia for Justice says, Joy, the airport must have been a madness with all those flights arriving. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay. Like I said, it's getting, sun's getting low, or it's low. It's gone actually at this point. So I think we're gonna close it off there. I like this spot. It's quieter. Took a little bit of setting up in the beginning. The Wi-Fi isn't working up here, or it's not so strong. I've been using my phone, but that worked out pretty well. But Sunday we're going to be down on the beach. We won't be up here. I will figure out how we can utilize up here more, and I think we could do a little bit more customization by being up here. And it's also, if we can get the view on the other side of this wall, it's a great perspective to be able to get all of Negril. And maybe, we have the cords for it as far as the VGA cords for the cameras to be able to do multiple shots and multiple angles of different parts of Negril from up here. So my brain is just churning as I'm sitting and looking and thinking. But we'll be back here on Sunday. We're going to be down on the beach, as I mentioned, and we'll be doing our usual live stream. So between 11:30 12 p.m., I'll let you know when we start, and we'll be down on the beach at our usual spot. And that'll be the last live stream of the year of 2022. What a year it has been. Maybe I'll do some sort of review. I don't know. Top 5 podcasts or top 3 podcasts of the year. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, let's close it off there. Let's get these last few comments in. Richard says, I'm definitely going to check out Jackie's, hopefully with my mom. I hope so too. I highly recommend it. Positive Lifestyle says, hi everyone, thanks for joining. Hello to you too. Julia for Justice, do you like Ketcha? Ivan's sure is fantastic. I do like Ketcha. I love Ketcha. That's one of my favorite restaurants as well. And they have really nice rooms. I've been inside their rooms. I've seen their rooms. They're right on the cliffs. Beautiful view. Gorgeous view. Really, really like it. B. Isaiah says, what a beautiful view. Wish I was there. I wish you were here too, man. Suzette says she loves the view. It is pretty nice. It's calming. Gita says, appreciate this live thought, so peaceful after a long day. Have a good night. Hashtag top podcast. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Rachel says, oh yes, Rock House. I took my mom there for her birthday dinner in February. Awesome place. Awesome. Yeah. It's a lovely place. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy going there. Okay, folks, we're going to leave it there. I will see you on Sunday. Hope you're able to join. I'm glad we were able to get this midweek catch up in, and now we can move on to and focus on what we have, the program that we have for Sunday, which I'm very excited for, and very excited to be getting back to our old spot and getting back to our own old time slot as well. Great seeing everybody. Great catching up with everybody. I will leave the sunset or the beach up there for you to view for a little bit longer. And I'm going to start packing up, but give you a couple more minutes and I'll adjust the camera so you can see it a little bit better. So thank you so much. I will see you on Sunday in a few days. Have a great rest of the week, and hopefully you have a good weekend when it comes. See you all soon.